of restocking for prep. Yo, so I'm finally back with my next episode of the prep series. So last week I spoke about the divisions within bodybuilding and sort of explained the main ones of them. So if you haven't seen that, please go give that a watch up there. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the videos and hit the bell button just here. But this video I'm basically going to be going into an update because clearly I'm back in the UK, I'm not in Norway no more. I am still on prep and there's a couple of little things that's changed. So obviously my diet being the main one it's gone clean. So I'm not eating out of the galley, I can cook for myself now. And I'm not like out on the ground, so I'm not eating out of rations and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into my latest food shop, which was £280 worth. Sounds like a lot, I know, but I sort of done it to try and save money this time because last prep I was going to the shop almost every single day to buy things like salmon on its own in small packets, and I had to have like 120 grams of salmon every morning for breakfast, which is like £5.50 per pack. So this time I bought it at a place called Booker's, but the past me is now going to show you them videos, so I'm going to pass you on to him now. So let's get into it. So I could use it. So I'm going to go straight into it. Don't mind the daily subs, all scheduled. So, boom. Last time I was on prep, I was eating salmon every morning, as some of you remember. So this time, instead of buying a pack of salmon, which is literally like this amount, for £5 at Tesco's every single day, I went there and I bought these 1 kg ones for, I can't remember exactly how much it was, but I worked out and it is a lot cheaper. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, which I'm going to divide up and put in the freezer, some of them, and some of them I'm obviously going to put in the fridge. And I'm going to be having that for breakfast once again because it worked last time and I got my healthy fats in. So moving on, as you've just seen, to my chicken fillets, my chicken breast, sorry, 5 kg. Again, it just works out cheaper to buy it in bulk like this and then cut it all up and put it into bags myself rather than going to Tesco's or something and doing it that way. Now on to eggs. So I've brought 180 eggs, I'm not sure where it says it, 180 eggs basically. It was cheaper for me to do that rather than buy them in a smaller amount. So, and also these were the last cage-free ones because of the bird flu that went around. All the hens and stuff got brought inside, so I'd rather get the cage-free ones. So there we are, 180 eggs in there, which I'm obviously going to have to put more egg into my diet for this prep because last time I only had 2 eggs, I think it was, and it was only the egg whites in there last time towards the end. So I'm going to have to start upping that just so I can get rid of these eggs. I'll just trade something out, whether it's amount of chicken or maybe some part of the breakfast in the morning. Yeah, and then boom, that whole old the god almighty squares bars, which I kept in the entire way through prep last time, and this is my pre-gym little bit of morale. So I just thought, yep, buy them in bulk because again it works out not much cheaper, by the way, literally like £1 cheaper this has cost me per item, but still it's a lot easier. So 36 squares bars there of the ultimate caramel chocolate, perfect. And then again, as you'll know, I've spoken about this before, this is Pepsi Max, and these sugar-free drinks got me through prep massively because 1, it helps to make you feel satiated because it's carbonated, and then 2, also it makes you feel like you're having a little bit of a treat because obviously it tastes good, but it has literally 2 calories per can, I'm pretty sure it is. So bought them again in bulk, 24 of them, and then we've got some fresh Tupperware because it just makes you feel better having fresh Tupperware when you've got like meal preps and stuff instead of like shitty battered up ones. But moving on, again, another thing that was implemented in prep was wraps. So I would have a wrap every single day, and I was finding myself literally going to the store to buy wraps I don't know how often, like very fucking often. Even when I'm not on prep, I'll still use wraps, so I'll probably end up freezing a couple packs of these. I think there's, again, like 100 wraps in here. Again, 4 in bulk. And then red onions. This is the only onions I really eat. I don't use the normal white onions because these taste way better to me. So what I'll do is I'll dice a hell of a load up of these, probably use one of these and just put all the dice into there, airlocked into the fridge, and then I can just put one little scoop, bosh, into my meal preps as I go to make them not so bland. And then I couldn't help but not buy a couple of avocados just to switch out the fats. Maybe switch it with the salmon one morning and have avocado, or switch on my almond butter on the bagel for an avocado, or partly just to just keep it fresh. And then the same thing as Pepsi Maxes. This is Iron Brew Extra. It literally tastes exactly like Iron Brew normal to me, but it has no sugar in that in it. So this is Paramount. I couldn't find any cans of this, that's why I got it in bottles, but I'm trying to limit myself on there. Foil for then when I'm travelling, because obviously travelling a lot whilst making like the wraps and stuff like that with all the chicken and that in them. You want to be able to just put that into some foil into your bag and then just go on the road. And I was buying foil by the absolute ton last time, and it was costing me ridiculous amount. I think this was £6 for 60 metres. So normally in the shop you buy a 5-metre roll and it's normally like 250mm wide, but this is obviously 360. This is more for like actual catering companies and stuff. And then obviously I need some freezer bags for the chicken and whatnot. And then also, because I don't think I've got enough tubs there, I brought 100 just cheap Chinese plastic tubs. So all the meal preps and stuff can go in there. So that is literally all of the stuff from Booker's. If I can even get it all into one frame, it'd be good for a thumbnail. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that is all the stuff from Booker's. So moving on now to another shop. If anyone can guess where this is from, probably not. Lidl, that's a nice short one. So Lidl does the best value of almond milk. It used to be 85p, it's now £1, but it's still actually cheaper than even getting it from a wholesale place like Booker's. So the reason that I use almond milk is because it helps to reduce bloating and bloating in like holding water and stuff. Because often when you drink full milk, like dairy milk, then it can cause bloating and make you hold water. Too much dairy. So almond milk just reduces that, the risk of that, which I don't mind. I don't mind substituting that, apart from apparently I know it's actually quite expensive, so that's why I bought it all from Lidl, and I've just bought 3 crates there, because I am predicting, just by eyeballing, that I'm going to have half one of these maybe a day, maybe a third a day. So this will do, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, so this is almost a week's, no wrong, this is almost 2.5 weeks worth there, then 2.5 weeks and 2.5 weeks. So we've got enough there to last us for a little while until needing to go again. This is a little quick co-op buy. I just stopped and got some green tea and some spring onion, because I'll do the same thing what I do with the red onion with them. And some green tea, that's an absolute saver for me, because I end up using stuff like already in liquid form, that is, so you just spray a bit into the green tea, or you're meant to have it within coffee and stuff like that, but I just use these sort of things within green tea, so I don't like coffee. But again, 0 calorie. This was from Norway, and this is absolutely banging. It's coconut macaroon flavour, so again it just makes you feel like you're having a bit of a treat, especially when I'm having it in my giant mug here. Like, that is helping me get the water in, and also giving me a full stomach because it's warm and making me feel like I'm having a treat again. Say that they're 10 calorie, but actually they're under 10 calorie. Most of these, they vary ever so slightly from flavour to flavour, but there you can see that one there is actually 7 calories. Again, this is just a little treat to make you feel like you're eating something, fill you up a little piece, no sugar, and yeah, it's just nice to have a little 7 calorie blip, because you can burn 7 calories off by walking, I don't know, 100 steps, give or take. Some of these things again is just to make the food taste a slightly bit better. So when I'm having like dried chicken and stuff this far out, I can put a tiny little squirt of this ginger puree in there, And again, per 100 grams, it's only 52 calories. So if I'm putting 10 grams in, it's only going to be 5.2 calories, which I probably won't even put 10 in. I'll probably put like 5 in maybe, and then mix it all up. And again, this is a nice strong taste for a small amount of calories. It's only going to be like 2 calories. Same with the chili paste and the garlic puree, just because I'm lazy. So this, I normally take a swig of this in the morning. This apple cider vinegar. It helps to like curb my appetite suppression a little piece, and also it is said to kickstart your metabolism a lot, so put me in that fat burning state for like cardio and stuff. And moving on to the rice, you know which fucking rice it is. It's gonna be the Thai jasmine rice, of course it is. VT. This is a £1 a pack, so again this is the cheapest I've seen it, plus it's slightly bigger than the ones which have the splitter down here, if you've seen them. And the Thai jasmine rice just tastes absolutely banging. It's ever so slightly more calories than the standard basmati one, but for the taste of the jasmine rice, it's so much better. So I bought a few of them. This is all they have because everyone goes in there and buys the jasmine rice now. I bought the light soy sauce. Again, at this far out for the next like week or two, maybe I'm going to be having a bit of that in the meals. So again, per 100 milliliters, it's only 25 calories. So again, what, 2 calories if I'm putting only 10 ml in there. And then just some tubs to finish it off, just for my daily vitamins and stuff. So that is B&M. Aldi, different place again. They do a few different types of bags, but this is the most low calorie one, and I like it just as good, so I'll pick that one. So I've got 4 bags of them, there's 4 in each bag. And I've got some jalapenos from Tesco's, just in the out of UK section, because they're cheaper, way cheaper, and it's exactly the same. Bit of lemon juice, just put in the water or in the meals. Almond butter, again, just healthy fats, just for the bagel, and then a bit of this rice wine spray, just for the chicken again. I will catch you at the inside unveiling, or the inside box opening. See ya. Just in time, because I am dying to get some pre-workout in me, and I've been all out for a minute now. As you know, I'm addicted to the pre-workout. Let's see what we got. It's all about Christmas opening, the inside order, isn't it? So, ooh, what we got here? So we have got boom. I got this because I don't want to pay postage. Basically, I feel like if you make your order worth it, then what's the point in paying postage when you can literally get something? You're just like chucking money away. So just buy something else and make it free postage. I think it's like £80 or something it has to be. But I've never tried this flavour before, black biscuit flavour. It's meant to be like bourbon biscuits apparently, and Biotech is a pretty good make. Again, all this is from Insight, but yeah, massive one of them. 2.3 kg. But here we go, finally. Defib, volume 3. Been waiting for volume 3 to come out for a minute now. Volume 2 was my favourite pre-workout. Absolutely love volume 2. Cherryade was my OG favourite flavour as well. So today I'm going to be having volume 3 and we're going to see how that's going down. But yeah, Defib, out of all the pre-workouts I've had, I've always preferred Defib because anti-crash for one, that's what they work on. Zero crash, laser focus. And the stats of what it has is very good. So let's have a look here. It's got 800 milligrams of citrulline, and then beta is 320, which is fairly high. And then it's got taurine in it, pico 2, which is good, another thing for like improving your cardio. And then it's got some L-carnitine in it, and obviously it has caffeine. So the serving that I have, which is 2 scoops, is 400 milligrams of caffeine, high stim, absolutely love it. And then it's got some pump mixture in there as well. What else have I got? So this came with the protein, I believe, pre-shaker, Biotech, which is handy because I completely forgot, and wicked. Happy days, matching. We like it. And I haven't had ashwagandha for a long time, as in, I say long time, it's probably been like a month or two. But ashwagandha for reducing cortisol, especially leading up to a show, because you'll be stressing out with all sorts of things. And right now, I've got a few things going on which I need my cortisol to be lowered to help muscle growth. So there we go. And then the guys at Insight have lashed me up with a Pure Whey Isolate 95 from Olympi Sport Nutrition. Never had this before, so buzzing. We'll try at some point.
Yeah, that is all of the food that I have brought. As you can see, I didn't just shop at one place. I have to go to a couple of different places because the wholesale places don't always have the best price on something, and also they don't always have what you need. This being my first week back, I've put myself onto a calorie count of 2,500. So what does that tend to look like at the moment? So for the last however many days since I've been back, it has looked like a bagel thin in the morning, which is close to what I was having before, 5 grams of almond butter, and then 10 grams of skinny jam, which is barely any calories, and possibly a couple of eggs in the morning. So this is on training day as well, by the way. So on a non-training day, I'll probably knock off 200 calories just because to account for the amount of calories I'm not burning there. And then, depending on what time I go to the gym, I'll try and have my highest carb meal then, which would be the one with rice. So at the moment, my rice meal for the day is 150 grams of jasmine rice with my microwave veg, because I'm lazy and I'm still using microwave veg. But you'll have a little bit of carbs just from the vegetables there. So that'll be one of the meals, will be the rice meal with the veg. And at the moment, as you've seen in the video, I've got loads of eggs. So right now, I'm sort of doing it a lot more egg-based than chicken and salmon. So I haven't actually had salmon in my diet yet. Even though I've got that salmon, I haven't actually put it into that yet. I've divided it up now and put it into packages ready to be defrosted for when I do implement it. But for now, I'm just utilising the amount of eggs, because I didn't really have eggs in my last one. It kind of feels like something different, do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like it's as arduous trying to just have a tiny bit of chicken. I'm just having like the 2 eggs or whatever. And at the moment, I'm not sick of them. So when I start to get sick of them, I can then switch it out for the chicken and a little bit of the salmon, etc, etc. Wraps are still in, clearly. As you've seen, I've got a load of wraps now. So I'll have one wrap meal. In fact, I'll probably have a couple of wrap meals in a day, just because there's slightly less carbs in one wrap than there is in 150 grams of rice. Ah yes, one of my meals this time round is going to be a cream of rice meal. So you've seen my Naughty Boy cream of rice, which is absolutely lovely on my post and stuff. I'm going to be using that with whey isolate, and then just having that as one of my meals, because what I do is a little trick, again, if you've seen it on my Instagram, like yesterday or the day before by the time I post this, I've got it down. So I like to put my cream of rice. A lot of people like to have it sort of like creamy and still liquidated, but I actually prefer it when it goes like more of a cake, when you overdo it a little bit and the protein and stuff starts turning into like a spongy cake to me. So what I do to help that as well, I get a tiny bit of bicarbonate soda and I put that into the mix with my cream of rice, with my 150 millilitres of almond milk, and with the scoop of protein. I'll mix it all up, put it into the microwave for roughly about 3 minutes in a tub like this, so it's a thin base, so it has like a bit of space to rise, and that'll rise up to, I don't know, a third of the tub, meaning like it's full of air really, it's just rising up, like it hasn't got any extra calories in it. And then that makes me help me feel full, and also I can then use a no calorie like syrup, like a skinny syrup on top. When it starts to get really crunchy down towards the show, I can use a little bit of syrup and put that on there, and it'll be like having a treat. Clearly I've got the jellies back in for just like, again, if I'm feeling in a really snacky mood or something, I can just box one of them instead of going for something shitty. So yeah, that is my £180 prep shop, okay, done, completed. I hope you enjoyed seeing that, because I don't actually see many people apart from like the top pros in the open doing like walk around shopping and stuff. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that for someone on my sort of level and going for a classic show. And now you know what my meals are going to be looking like going and moving forwards. And I will put some physique updates probably in my next episode. The next episode that is going to be coming out, hopefully, is going to be a podcast style one. I'm not sure if I've said this out live yet, so It might be new, but yeah. So I'm going to do like a podcast style video next, hopefully, which is called Boston Talks Bullshit. So I'm going to be getting different people on every time, and it's not going to be 100% gym / bodybuilding focused. It'll be a mixture. So the first one is going to be a mixture. It's going to be about 50-50. So it's going to be like random questions for the gym, and then random questions for like everyday life, which is like unheard of, just funny. It's meant to be like more of an entertainment video. So we'll see how that goes. That should be good. And please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and until next time, let's make some gains. Boom.